Hello everyone, DJ Aiden here, and today I want to talk about what's going on in 2023 for FNaF and explain why it's going to be the biggest year for FNaF. Now, you are probably wondering, hey, what makes you think that 2023 is gonna be the biggest year for FNaF? Well, let me show you. So, I'm pretty sure y'all already know this, but FNaF Security Breach DLC, Ruin, should be coming out this year. Now, we do not know much about the Ruin DLC as of now because we may get some Ruin news soon, and it seems like Ruin is going to be on the horizon. But all we know so far is that it's aiming to be a little bit more scarier than Security Breach, due to the people at Steelbull saying, hey, we want Ruin to have more spooky sections like the daycare and the endo nursery room, which, you know, those are praised for being very spooky. Now, I know some people aren't excited for Ruin, and you know what, fair enough. We don't really have much knowledge on it yet. But for me personally, I'm excited with what Ruin has in store, because from the dev updates with Steelbull, it seems that they are really doing their best on improving, and it seems that they have a larger team this time than like Security Breach. Because if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, so take this info with a grain of salt, but I think 20 people worked at Security Breach. 20. That is like not a lot of people for a huge game like Security Breach. But it seems like Steelbull's hiring more people for the Ruin DLC, which is good. And the spookiness is going to be amped up, which I love me some spooky moments. Now, on to the next exciting thing for 2023 is Tales from the Pizzaplex. I know. One of y'all is probably going to say, oh, but the books are bad, or, I'm not really interested in the books, and I get that, but there's also a good majority of people who are interested in the books, like me. I also think it's worth mentioning that Scott does treat these books pretty special, and that's because they have lore to it. In fact, some of them are literally canon to the games. Example, GGY. It literally confirms that Gregory is patient 46, and he lures the therapist to the Pizzaplex to kill them off. That's pretty important, and if that's not important to you, then I have no clue what is important for you. I'm sorry, but it's just true at this point. FNaF books play a crucial part for the FNaF lore. Literally, some of the stuff we figured out is thanks to the FNaF books. So, FNaF books are here to stay. Unfortunately for you, and fortunately for me. Now that we got that hot topic out of the way, I think we can discuss the community part of the FNaF franchise and how it plays a crucial part. I think we can all agree that every year there's a fan project in the community that we all look forward to. Whether it's fan games, fan fiction, a fan series, you name it, because the FNaF community has made so many things throughout the years. And that's not even me mentioning the fanverse, which was made by Scott himself. There's so many things that's going on that a lot of people are looking forward to when it comes to the fanverse. We're probably going to get some Joyous Creation news, probably the release for FNaF Plus. If not the release of FNaF Plus, then at the very least a trailer for FNaF Plus. And I'm not even done listing the things for the fanverse news. We're probably going to get more Pop Goes Evergreen news. We literally just got a release of a small little teaser game called My Pop Goes, where it's like a survival game where you have to keep Pop Goes alive or he just bites the dust. Now, finally, we're likely to get some more news of FNaF 4, which it may not be much, but it'll be something. And we'll likely get some more updates with the development of FNaF Fur, not 4, okay? Don't get it mixed up. This isn't really fanverse related, but I do want to mention this, that the regular sauce FNaF cosplayer has been hired by Steelbull Studios to make creature designs. Yeah, that's crazy, I know. Now that we're done talking about some community stuff, let's talk about merchandise, because I know some people really like to collect merch for FNaF. Now, of course, when we're talking about FNaF merch, probably the first thing that pops in your head is Funko, because Funko does a crap ton of FNaF merch. Funko seems to be doing some Sundrop and Move Drop action figures. Of course, that hasn't been officially revealed yet, but the leaks are showing that it could be coming pretty soon, so I'd keep an eye out on that, because Funko does pretty good when it comes to action figures sometimes. Now, of course, we can't forget to mention Sanshi, because they are highly praised in the FNaF community for making great FNaF merch. Funny enough, as of recording this, I'm pretty sure Sanshi made some new FNaF merch with like tickets and some like little frames of the FNaF cameras, so that's pretty neat. I'm sure y'all already saw this coming, but I can't just not mention U2's, but U2's is planning on making a lot of merch this year. I mean, if I'm correct, they're making merchandise of the Withered animatronics, the Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted animatronics, and probably a crap ton of more this year. But for something that's been pumped out a lot, the figurines don't really look that bad, and the plushies actually look pretty decent too. In fact, as of recording this, I'm pretty sure they announced that they're making some weird FNaF gummy things. I have no clue why they're making that, but hey, I guess it's gonna make them money. One last thing I want to talk about before I move on is Hex. Hex is pretty well known for making a lot of FNaF merch, and known for making some comics of their own original story. I'm pretty sure that Hex just released some fanverse plushies of Pop Goes and Candies, so I'm pretty sure the next plushies they're going to release when it comes to FNaF is the Withered animatronic waves, and then likely the FNaF Free Wave. So if you're a fan of the Withereds and the Phantoms and Springtrap, then I guess look forward to that. And now finally to the last topic. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie. This is FNaF's biggest project ever, and it's probably gonna stay like that for a long time. This film has been developed for 8 years. It's been going through so many changes in these last 8 years. I mean, we weren't even supposed to have Blumhouse working with Scott when it comes to producing the FNaF movie. In fact, Warner Brothers was supposed to help producing the FNaF movie, but Scott just couldn't agree with some of the stuff that Warner Brothers wanted to do with the FNaF movie, so he broke up with them and joined Blumhouse, which, to be honest, I'd say that's a pretty great choice in my opinion. This movie's script has gotten changed so many times. The director got changed a few times, and now it's finally going to be ours in October 27th, 2023. I think we can all agree when I say that we're pretty damn excited for the FNaF movie. I mean, the casting seems to be promising. From what the FNaF YouTubers have said, the acting's pretty great, the story's great, the pizzeria, it's just fantastic, and there's so many Easter eggs for fans to love, and the whole place is like one-on-one with the game, and the animatronics are one-on-one with the game, which is just absolutely crazy. It's honestly crazy on how Blumhouse and Scott managed to get Jim Henson's workshop and have them make the animatronics super accurate. I mean, I was expecting the animatronics to look amazing, because come on, it's Jim Henson. Same people who made the Muppets. But I didn't expect it to be one-on-one with the games. I think it just comes to show how much passion and soul they have for this movie. FNaF movie coming out this year is honestly the cherry on top on me saying that this year is going to be the biggest year for Five Nights at Freddy's ever, to be honest. Well, we're in the conclusion of the video, but before I end off the video, I just want to say this. I know that not everything is going to be super happy and super joyful. There will be drama of some sorts, and I understand that. But we shouldn't let that stop us from being passionate for the franchise, okay? Never stop being passionate unless your passion dies out for something that you were once passionate about. If you're afraid of sharing your passion for a franchise you love because you may get bullied, don't even listen to those people. They are just terminally online people who have nothing better to do, and they just want your attention. You ignore them and you go enjoy your franchise as long as it's not hurting anyone. As someone who's been a part of this franchise ever since the release of FNaF 1, I think I can safely say that the future for FNaF is looking bright. Alright, enough of my rambling. To get this out of the way, thank you all for 90 subscribers. I genuinely appreciate that. This has been DJ Aiden, and I'll see you all on the flip side.